Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to Tennis Manager. We're on episode number 50, half-century mark. I'm super excited for this, and also really surprised. I'll just be honest with you. When I first started this series, I did not expect that it would take off. We all seem to go into things with expectations. That is not unusual. Yes, you try to keep an open mind, but you have a certain preset of conditions that play into things and variables that you take into account, and you have expectations as a result. And my expectations were this was probably not going to take off, and I very nearly did not start this series. I had actually asked the devs for a key and got no response at all, and I was ready to pass on it, and there's been plenty that I have passed on. I often start probably 1 out of 3 intended series is all, and this very much fit the profile of the 2 out of 3 that I don't end up starting. It had been a little while since I had started a new series, and it just kind of fit a need, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it. I'll do it. I'll give it a go. We'll see how it does, and if it ends up being a 6-part, 8-part, 10-part mini series, it is what it is, and we move on until something else comes out. And then it started pretty well, and it's had a solid following throughout. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with me for 50 episodes now. Let's play the game. 7 seasons in, I figured at that half-century mark, this is a really good point in time to hit pause for a moment and just see where we're at. We have done these type of check-ins before, but it's been a little while since we've done one. The best performances we've had is Montgomery. She is the highest rank we've ever had as a player, and so that is current. Kazanseva, 36th. That's actually her current high point and not her all-time highest. She was not far from that, though, when she left us. And if you look on the right-hand column, the period she was with us, where she was our leader, where she had that number 1 ranking in the youth ranks, and then got up to, 50th or so in the senior tour rankings. That period ended back in 2024. I mean, that's shocking. It's already 2027, and we haven't had Kazanseva since 24. Yeah, I'm shocked by that, because it seems like that's been such a big part of this series, has been the growth and development of Kazanseva. Krager, 44th, is our other highest. So 3 of our current players are the 3 highest ranks we've ever had. Now she's just eking her way onto that list with that 44th ranking. Why? Because our best otherwise was Ann Lowell, 46th, and that was the original. That was the first player we had. We got her all the way up to 46th. When we got Kazanseva, we relegated her to a reserve role, and her rank instantly started dropping. And in the real world, I think she's still only 50-something, so in the period she was with us is the highest rank she's ever had. Ita, Gallus, and then Ita back for a season. We got her back right away, but only for 1 year before she then turned around and left us. She's been our lowest ranked player in terms of world tour status that didn't also have some sort of high ranking as a youth, but of course she did have the high ranking as a youth. She finished 3rd, but she left us and immediately opted to re-sign. Nakunye, a little disappointing on that one that we lost her before she really got to see out her potential, but that's okay. It was good while it lasted. Ayala, Montgomery, Krager, Kazanseva, all having hit the top 100. 4 athletes at the same time right now. I'm loving where we're at with that, but we have a lot of work to do, especially when you look at our titles. Oh, sure, double digits in international 180s and rookie 50s. That's nice. We've won plenty of overall total titles, but when you look at the highest achievements, winning the Next Gen Finals absolutely is a nice thing, but it's not major. It's still just other category. And an International 160, which was a recent victory, by the way, is the best we've achieved. Total, period, all time. We don't even have an official small title, or big titles for that matter. So we have a lot of work yet to do. And now that things have really settled down and the infrastructure is there, and we're getting into the final stages of getting through all those infrastructure upgrades. I'm really looking forward to, in the near future, having the best staff, getting the best training done, and really focusing on acquiring the best talent that I can get and going for those small and big titles and seeing this thing through to the end. I think we're heading into that kind of that final phase, that final push. We're not there yet because we don't have those athletes and we don't quite have that reputation. We still need a few more upgrades, but it's on the horizon and I sense that it's near. And we open episode number 50 with the French Open, and we are seeded only 27th while ranked 29th, so it's not a great seeding or anything, but Shatif is somebody hopefully that we can beat. Our second round matchup looks like one that we could potentially get through, and then we're likely playing the 1 seed in the round of 32. Okay, that's going to be a bit over our head, but let's see if we can at least get 2 wins on our way to that. Talk about disappointment. Montgomery is so inconsistent against lower ranked players. I swear she loses more often to somebody outside of the 100, top 100, than she loses to somebody between 25th and 100. I think she has a better win rate against that range of player. Really shocking. 5 double faults. 29 unforced errors. 73 winners is good, but when your opponent has 86 and an almost identical number of unforced errors and not committing double faults very often, you can see how you end up losing in a 5th set in that tiebreak. Wow. Ouch. And, when we lost, we lost pretty bad. The only semi-comfortable was 6-3. Ayala, the only one to get past Tuesday, and she didn't make it past Thursday, so pretty poor showing. That round of 128, taking 3 out of our 4 players, victim in round of 64, claiming the last one. Clay season reports now that the French Grand Slam is done. Okay, so Ayala goes from just outside the top 100 back up into 89th after she had gotten herself out of it. 5 tournaments, she loses all, but she does win 9 matches, so that's not bad. Montgomery drops 2 places in the rankings after a very poor performance at the French Grand Slam. Points won very low comparatively. Finances very low. 5 tournaments, only 5 wins out of 10 matches. Ouch. Krager, she goes up 19 spots in the rankings, gets a decent points haul for only 7 tournaments played, gets 1 tournament win in that and 8 overall victories. And Kosenseva, 8 wins out of 14 matches played. She scores a decent amount of points and moves up a few spots in the rankings. All right, so we only have 1 total victory in the 140 category. Let's see if we can make it 2. It would be our equal on 3rd best victory all time. So it'd be nice. We are the 1 seed. The 6th seed giving us a little bit of trouble, but we win this one 6-4, 6-3. 6 aces, couple double faults, 41 winners, 26 unforced errors. Not sure why Montgomery suddenly can't play clean, but it puts her through into the semifinals. And we've qualified for the finals. It's against the 14 seed, 216th ranked player. Heavy favorites for this one. We better come away with this. They've played once before. Coming out the winner. Let's see how she does. She's lost it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What? Montgomery. I wasn't even... I backed off on the serve because she was getting so many double faults. I backed off. Here she is with 6 double faults, trying to give things away. 50% of points, but she's lost this final against a massively inferior player. Only 47 winners, 36 unforced errors. Oh my gosh. F you, Montgomery. F you. Not that it did anything for us, but level 4 of the medical center is done. We have plenty of money to go immediately into our next upgrade to get that to level 5. Everything now is at least level 4 as we continue our push to become the best. The business center upgrade is nearly done, just over a month until that one finishes up. Montgomery getting a jump in anticipation and backhand accuracy. That should be useful. Kostenseva in a 470 Premier Final. How does she do in this one? It's still simming right now. And she's lost to Benchik. But she made the final, so that's good. That's a big tournament. Natural fit is now up to an 18. Dang, that's high. New rankings out, and Kostenseva has taken over Montgomery as the team's highest ranked player, just one spot ahead of her. Krager not that far behind, inside the top 50 at least. Ayala, yeah, lagging a little bit behind, but here we go. Let's see how we do. And so we're at Wimbledon. Frifretova has made it to the round of 64. And Lowell yet to play, but she's got a great chance of getting through 1 and maybe 2 rounds. She's up to 38th in the rankings right now, by the way. So she is higher than she was when she played with us, but it's been quite a while. Elena Ita gets a wild card just outside of the top 100 in the rankings. She'll have a tough time getting, well, anywhere. Coming in as the 29th seed, our 30th rank. We've got a good chance in this first one. Obviously, we've been playing, like I said, better against those in the top 100 than those outside of it lately. And that gives us a chance to get through the first 2 rounds, realistically. From there, probably an 11 seed facing us. Kostenseva, her ranking fell to 34th, and she just misses getting a seed, and that puts her up against the 18 seed. So unlucky draw for her. There's Corey Goff. Krager, very, very lucky first round draw. She's got a great chance of at least making the second round. Ayala, difficult task ahead, but you never know. It's possible. Katrina Scout, she's now ranked 31st. She's doing well. Osaka, by the way, has the 2 seed in this one. And Raskanu here, 107th is her ranking. We haven't seen her yet in the game. That's the first time I've actually seen her name pop up. I want to say I scouted Diane Perry a while back. I know we did go up against her anyway at some point, but not with Montgomery. Montgomery's recent woes continue as she loses in straight sets against Perry. Ouch. Identical number of winners, but 40 unforced errors, literally doubling up what Perry did. Kostenseva gets through the round of 28, so does Ayala, while Krager gets knocked out early. Kostenseva also moving on again. She gets through the round of 32. She's into the round of 16, so Kostenseva has done really well. Ayala did herself proud by making the round of 64. Kostenseva, Svetlana knocks her out in 4 sets. She got pretty deep into that tournament, though, so that could go down pretty well. I want to check what her contract is now that that's happened. Perfect. Kostenseva, ranked in the top 35, reached the Grand Slam, Premier 1000. She's hit every single mark already. So even though we are not controlling Kostenseva, it looks like we are set to maintain her status within the team for yet another year. Krager, meanwhile, wants to qualify for the next gen finals. We could check in on that. She came up 1 round short on Grand Slam, but she's at 75%. And she's easily hit her mark here. So don't think we'll have too much problem re-signing her. Ayala, meanwhile, struggling a little bit. She's well below the rank she wants. She's hit round of 64, so she's not that far off now, but that's a difficult ask for Ayala to get into the round of 32. The Premier one, definitely nowhere near on track for that. So we might be losing Ayala this year, potentially. Meanwhile, Montgomery, not a sure bet of anything. We're going to need some solid performances in some tournaments, and that last Grand Slam fiasco really hurt our ranking, dropping us down quite a bit. 63% on success, but the primary one, the ranking objective, coming up short on that. You never know, that could see us lose Montgomery. At 63%, I think we still have a decent chance of retaining her, but chance. The grass season is pretty short, but that put us through our second part of the season. Well, I guess that wouldn't be the second part of the season, but put us through to the middle of July anyway for this year. So we are definitely getting into the later part of our season. Ayala, just 3 tournaments played, but she got 4 wins. Win percentage is okay. She moves up 3 spots in the rankings. Montgomery, not great, drops 2 spots, but could have been worse. She got 4 wins out of 6 matches played. Krager, only 1 tournament, lost in the first round. She had a very quiet stretch, but she got some training done, made some progress. Godsinseva moves up 8 spots in the rankings. She did excellent. A huge number of points accumulated in that stretch. Also some really good funds and 13 wins out of 17 matches played, 76%. We haven't seen that sort of win rate in a while, and that includes Wimbledon. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.